Thunder is here in OKC getting ready for Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I've got Isaiah Joe here alongside me. And Isaiah, obviously, great atmosphere in Game 1. Got to back that up with another great performance here. But first, I want to get to the events of yesterday. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, your teammate, being named the MVP of the NBA. What was that moment like for you all as a team, and the way that he, basically immediately turned around and hoisted so much praise on you all?
It was a beautiful moment, just to see him stamp his name in history. It's well deserved. We saw it coming for a long time. Glad that it finally happened. Got to see the emotions in the room. All the grace that he felt. He got to talk about his journey and all of that. The stuff that goes unseen, it finally is paying off for him. So it's good to see.
One thing that I've noticed is that he has continued to get better, and his individual success has increased at the same time as the team's wins and everybody around him on the team getting better as well. That's hard to do. That doesn't always happen in the NBA, where one guy's success falls in line with everybody else's as well. What have you noticed about the team as a whole to be able to make all of that happen, and Shai be able to do that as well?
Yeah, I think it's a culture that we've built here. Starting with Sam Presti, getting all the guys together, the coaching staff, all the players. We all have a growth mindset, and getting better each and every day is our only goal. Getting better, personally and as a unit. Something that's helped us strive all season. So continuing to do that, continue to put guys on pedestals and help each other grow and get better. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, and you guys have gotten better as the playoffs have gone along. A lot of times people think of, a team as a finished product. When they get to the postseason, you all have not taken that attitude at all. How has that helped you here over the course of the last, month or so?
Oh, a great amount. We believe that you can grow through every moment. We never want to be stagnant. Even in times like this, I feel like all the work that we put in all season, when we get to postseason play, you want to grow even more. You want to learn more about yourself, more about the opponents, more about the team, ways that you can just grow and be a better out there on the court.
What was your view of Game 1 and kind of how that game flowed, how you all sort of found your way into the series off such a short turnaround?
Yeah, we just stuck to our game plan, stuck to what we know. We understand, our opponent and how they're going to play. And so at that point, it's just about going out there and executing our game plan. Obviously, they didn't shoot the ball to their best ability. So we got some stuff that we could work on and look at ourselves. But we played our brand of basketball. We had energy. We played defense. We shared the ball. And we came out on top.
Yeah, you thrived off of the defense and forcing turnovers, getting out and running. How great is that to feel as a team that what you did all season, part of the formula all year, is showing up in some of the biggest moments?
Yeah, I think it's created like a form of comfortability, knowing that when we want to play, our brand of basketball, it works. And so that's going out there playing hard-nosed, being a more aggressive team, punching first, and when we get punched, being able to get back up and punch back. And so knowing that whenever we play our brand of basketball, go out there, lock down, get steals, play fast, it normally turns out in our favor.
I was fascinated watching you in Game 1 because in some ways you were a bit of a microcosm of how this Thunder team can excel against Minnesota, in that, on offense, you're spacing the floor, you're making quick decisions, you're trying to pull their long defenders away from the rim. And then on defense, you and Kaysen and so many of the guys on the perimeter did such a great job of keeping Edwards in front, working through those traps and hedges and all that. Tell me about kind of your role on both ends of the floor in this series.
I just try to do anything that I can to win. Any minutes that I get out there on the floor, I'm just trying to be beneficial, offensively, defensively, winning closeouts, spacing the floor, attacking, being smart with the ball and things like that. Just trying to win. We all have a goal that we're trying to achieve here, and having that mindset, I believe, helps us.
Well, it's been a thrill watching you guys to this point. Good luck out there in Game 2. I know Paycom Center is going to be ready for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Nick.
All right, that's Isaiah Joe. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball. What was your feel on yesterday and just getting to experience that as a team?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of guys that probably don't get to play with like an MVP caliber player, and obviously I think he's 1 of 3. Oh, I guess 1 of 4. Harden got it after, but 1 of 3 to get it here. So that was a really cool experience, really cool moment for the team, him, his family. So I'm really happy that I got to be a part of that.
Now that he's won it, like, what do you remember most looking down years from now about his MVP season?
What will I remember most?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be particularly about him, but maybe to make it more about him for your question is like more about him. Shoot. I think a lot of the stuff like that doesn't have anything to do with basketball. Like I definitely remember his son's first birthday party. That was fun. We all like dressed up and stuff like that. Maybe like shopping in New York, like just like stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff that really doesn't have anything to do with basketball. I feel like when it comes down to it and you get older, you maybe remember a couple individual games, but you remember more like a lot of the fun stuff that you do outside of basketball. So I'd probably say one of those two things.
You said yesterday that when he started to realize the value and the importance of who you are off the court, that he became a better player. What has he sort of taught you about that?
I wouldn't say he said anything specifically, but I think the reason we both get along so well is because we're both really comfortable in our own skin. And I feel like that, how he is as a leader, it kind of affects the whole team. And when you're comfortable, it allows everybody else around you to be comfortable with who they are. So I think that's a big one as far as just being a leader and I think how he impacts the team.
When you have a defensive game like you had in game one, what's your sort of feel after that in terms of satisfaction, hunger, all of that, just given the different guys that you guarded, the statistical impact defensively you had, and everything in between?
Honestly, I just wipe whatever game I had and just go to the next one. Same as a bad game, but definitely try and like take, like the steals are cool, but it's just more about, and I say it a lot, like being in the right position, being in the right spot, making an extra play, like just stuff like that over the course of a series will put us in a really good spot. So I try and do that night in, night out.
When do you decide on those like gamble steals where you go off your guy, kind of try to surprise a guy from behind? When do you decide when that's a good idea?
In that moment, a lot of it is like reactionary. It's like risk and reward. It's gambling, to be honest. Like it's not like a set thing. It's just like read and react kind of thing. Like every player does it. I think I just do it at like a higher rate, but a lot of it stems from like the confidence I have in the defense behind me that if I miss, I can still kind of recover and rotate. But a lot of it's just like trying to read what the offense is doing, and you study plays and stuff like that the other team is doing. You try and like search some of them out, but a lot of it is just reactionary, kind of in that moment. And sometimes you kind of got to weigh time and score too. If I miss, am I going to give up an open shot? So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but yeah, it's just more like reactionary.
You mentioned, kind of reading the game. Do you like to do those more like during runs? It seems like they're all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say like I'm looking at it as a run kind of thing. It's just like the energy in the building. It's like you want to make that next big play, but at the same time, it goes down to time and score too, because it's like a lot of plays will also call for us to be solid and make them kind of make a tough shot. So definitely have to like kind of look around the landscape of what's going on with the game.
Yoshi talked yesterday about, everybody knowing their role. Obviously, couldn't have won the MVP without you guys. You mentioned that, obviously the Rolexes. But for you personally, have you ever been part of a team with this special of a dynamic?
Nah. I would say pretty close at Santa Clara during COVID. We were stuck in the hotel together, and those became like some of my best friends that I still talk to this day. So I feel like when you're forced to like hang out with each other, you get close. But this team dynamic is really special, and it's definitely something unique to the NBA. Like I think we're still the youngest team in the NBA, or one of the youngest teams in the NBA, and it's cool. Like we're all growing up together. So I think that's what makes it really unique and fun.
You just mentioned about being a young team. Actually, for the first time being this position, people saying that could be a little bit nervous or, but feel the butterfly. But the first game, you guys win like very, very big. And also, Shea got an MVP yesterday. So far, being those 2 or 3 days, do you feel like, okay, the West Conference Final is kind of like fun?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think every experience, nervous or not, is really fun because we're playing basketball. And that's what you try and like get back to that base as fast as you can. I think after playing Denver and like playing in a game 7, like that's pretty like high on the nerve scale. So now everything else is kind of like lower and we're kind of able to play again. But yeah, definitely like the nerves are good, and I think it drags us back to base of just having fun.
Knowing that Minnesota is going to try to throw a punch in this game today, what's top of mind for you guys going into game 2?
Being able to take punches and throw some back for sure. I think that's the biggest thing, is not being shocked. You know, obviously they're going to come out better and play harder, just being down 1-0 in the series and trying to steal one here. So I think just understanding the mind of the opponent and not getting too high or too low during the game.
Dub, all defense is going to be announced in the next couple hours. Are you anticipating your name being part of that?
I need Lou to be on there, to be honest. After that, it's cool. But he's well-deserved for first team. I think I should be on there too, for sure. But I think just in the building and what everybody wants right now is, like, especially me, is for Lou to do it. I mean, there's a lot of years that he should have been on it. So he should get it like 6 times this year. He should put his name down there like 4 or 5 times. Yeah.
Was there a moment or a game this season where you realized Shea was probably gonna win MVP?
I would say our first like sets of games, like coming out of the thing, he was still getting close to 30 a game, and he was out there like actively trying to work on the stuff he did in the summer. So he wasn't even doing the stuff that he usually does. And I was like, well, he's getting around 28 a game, and he's not even doing the stuff he likes to do yet. I think he has a really good chance of doing it.